What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a while since I uploaded a video, but I got a new car. I didn't get rid of any of my cars. Well, I got rid of the Saab, but the Miata's still over there. But anyway, I got a new car and it came with a box of parts. And the box of parts included an InGen 3-inch downpipe back exhaust, I believe. And it also came with a GFB T9006 blow-off valve / recirc valve and some other stuff. Sorry, it's hiding back here in the corner. It came with a strut bar, and it also came with what I have decided I think is an eBay intake that bolts all the way to the turbo, and some other miscellaneous bits. I think that's the connector for the intake. I'm not really sure about the hose clamps, what they're for. And then it also came with this guy, a boost gauge, and what I think is a lower transmission mount. Although I need to look exactly where that guy goes. So anyway, today we are, here, let me get back to the front. So today we're doing the install of the Go Fast Bits blow-off valve. And so like I said, this was a box of parts, so everything was used at some point. So basically it came without everything that it needed. So it came without the right length of hose, and it came without a gasket. So I tried to look to see if I could buy a gasket, and I couldn't. So I couldn't buy the right size gasket that I could find. So instead, I ended up buying this roll of rubber fiber sheet to make the gasket out of. So basically, I traced this. Of course, the blow-off valve actually isn't part of the gasket material. And then I used the bolts to secure it down, and I cut the center hole. So now you'll see that the gasket size is pretty much right. Let me drop it on there. So anyway, that's going to be good enough for me. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the stock one, and then I'm going to show you how to mount this one. It's not really all that difficult, but I figured I should take a video of it since I'm doing it. So I kind of wanted to take a minute to show the difference between the stock recirc valve and this aftermarket one. You can see that this has a different bottom gasket material. This is actually the whole gasket right here. And so the new face, here, let me pull it out, is completely flat. So I don't know if you can tell, but they're fairly different. This is why you can't reuse the stock gasket. So anyway, my understanding of this valve is that's actually pretty cool. It can be adjusted between here. Let me see if I can get some more light in there. So right now you can see that there's a shield in the way, and as I turn this guy, it opens up. So basically you can choose if you want some percentage of recirc or some percentage of blow-off valve. So if I turn this far enough, it will actually cut off the atmosphere blow-off valve all the way. It also does come with a trumpet, or mine still came with. I guess if you buy it new, it comes with everything. You don't have to make anything, but it comes with the trumpet that can be screwed in as well. To be honest with you, I have no idea how this is going to change the sound. I guess I'll find out when I install it. But yeah, so I think it's a pretty cool little blow-off valve. because you can choose for it to be loud and obnoxious or, well, sorry, loud and obnoxious or quiet and basically stock. So yeah. Of course, their website says stuff about how actually even when you run it like this, it's better than stock. But let's be honest, if you have a turbo car, you just want it to make fun blow-off valve noises, which it will now do. So I'm excited about it. Also, like I said, the stock hose is not long enough. Sorry, you saw me remove it already. But basically, when you mount the blow-off valve, this hose really doesn't reach all the way there. So you have to make a new one. So I bought some 1/4-inch vacuum line, which this is a 1/4-inch. I don't know if you can tell. Maybe this is easier to see that I bought a 1/4-inch, and there you go. It fits right on there. So yay. I'm probably just going to reuse the same clamps. So I'm going to bolt this baby on, measure this guy to length, and then cut it, and then we'll basically be done. It's a pretty easy install, honestly. You just got to undo some hose clamps and move some vacuum lines out of the way. So anyway, here we go. So anyway, basically, I'm just gonna remount everything in its stock location. So it does come with replacement bolts, or at least it looks like it did. They were in the box, but I'm gonna reuse the stock ones. Also, you notice the stock ones had a washer attached to them. So if you're gonna do this, maybe at least grab the stock washers. So I'm gonna actually put one of the bolts through to try to hold this gasket in place, because of course it's not the stock gasket, so its fitment is not perfect, but it's good enough. So then I'm going to reach in and I'm going to try to start this bottom guy, because he's definitely the more difficult of the two to get done. Now, as long as I can get him threaded and not cross-threaded, then we should be good to go. So I just want to share with you, I figured out what I did wrong so far. So if you look here, I cut these gaskets in a very specific like hole pattern here. Let me step out of the light so you can see. So they're like one hole. But if you actually look at this guy, you can see that they're more like ovals. Shoot. Sorry, it's difficult to see, but they're more like ovals. They're not perfect circles. So basically I need to widen out these holes so that I can have them line up, because actually they line up with the holes just fine, but they don't line up with the right part. Sorry, I guess that is super difficult to see, but anyway, so I'll be back. I'm just gonna cut these up really quick. So I just finished cutting out some new holes, so there we go. That looks good. So I widened these holes, so it should be better for them now to actually let the bolts pass through. So basically I just started with a slit with a knife, and then I took the bolt and I just pulled outwards to like stretch it. Yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit careful because I really don't want to break the gasket, because that's a lot of work to fix it, but that should do the trick. So now we will try to install again. So what I'm doing to cut the hose is I've measured my length, and I'm going to use my little scissors here. I'm just going to start working my way around to try to get a nice groove going, and then I'll just start trying to cut through it just a little bit at a time. And there we go. Now I got my new hose, and now I'm going to transfer the hose clamps from the previous hose to this one. wherever that hose went. I'm going to find that hose first. Found it. It was in the GFB box. So anyway, you can see that I added quite the length there to the hose so that we're sure that it's long enough and that it's not going to hit anything or have any interference issues. So yeah, I'm going to transfer these hose clamps really quick. You probably could get different ones, or if you're really lazy, use a zip tie, but I'm not going to because I don't have to. At least not today. The most important thing about these is when you put them on, you make sure you rotate them in an orientation that you can get to them again, because it's super annoying when that doesn't happen. So anyway, I'm just going to put them both near the center. Like so. Golly, this is a really bad angle. Probably not going to use this again. Like so. And now I'll fit them. Work my way around that. Go right on here. It's a little bit tall. Maybe we can cut it down just a little bit, actually. Let me show you guys. So you can see it like sticks up kind of a lot. So actually, yeah, I am going to cut a little bit off of that. I would always like to start too long and go shorter, then end up too short, because then, I mean, I guess I have extra, but you get the point. All right, so I'm going to cut that down a little bit. Oh, there you go. Let's test fit that. Yeah, that feels a lot better. So there we go. We're gonna run with that, and let me put these clamps on, make sure they're a place that I can reach if I ever want to mess with this guy. And then I'll reattach these other clamps and it'll pretty much be done. There is some adjustment that can be done here. Ooh, I actually should look. For now, I actually want full blow-off valve. So I spun that guy all the way. And I don't know if you can see, but you can see if I spin it back, the shield will cover this side, and I want it to be fully open. So I don't want it to recirc at all right now. I just want to hear the cool blow-off valve noises. So that's what we're going for. All right. Oh, you're going to need something else too. Okay, I have to tighten it more. Hold on. That was enough to see what I needed to see. Hold on. Go, please. It's a little bit loud. Alright, go ahead, try it again. You don't have to rev it that high this time. How's the idle look for that, okay? You're just stumble it all once you're done. That rev is fine, it's probably looking consistent. Yeah, but you're going to stumble it on the side. Okay, let me check it. Go ahead. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead and try it again. Give me a little bit more. Okay, that's better. Alright, now try it again, hard. I quieted it down. Yeah. Okay, try it now. Just a little one. Now go ahead and give it a hard one. I know. Okay, hold on. Okay, hard one. This is recirc valve fully open, blow-off valve fully closed. This is blow-off valve fully open.